All right, Mark, it's the Eskimos, champions of the West, the Argos, class of the East, ready to engage in a contest of strength, skill, and will. The 84th Grey Cup is on the line. Here's Chris Cuthbert.
Thank you, Scott. We're ready for the snowdown in Steeltown. So huddle up from coast to coast for what should be a terrific football game on what is a perfect late November Sunday evening for Canadian football. There's Mike Clements. And can he repeat what he did to open the Eastern Final last week? Remember, he returned it 91 yards for a touchdown, awaiting the kickoff from Sean Fleming, who was a Grey Cup hero in 1993, top Canadian. And we are underway with the 84th Grey Cup game. And Mike Clements takes it away from Jimmy Cunningham. And Pinball Clements finds a hole and is up to the 35-yard line. 15-yard return after the 55-yard kickoff. Well, there's the five-time outstanding player. Doug Flutie in his third Grey Cup game says he's more relaxed this year. There are his numbers in the previous two games, a winner in 92, but again, the gloves are on, David, and this is a surprise.
Well, I think it's a surprise, but obviously Doug feels comfortable with him and he wouldn't have him on.
He'll operate out of the shotgun to open it up. Flutie, a very fast starter. And his first pass of the game is dropped by Paul Mazzotti. Mazzotti, the Stony Creek native, who dreamed of playing in a Grey Cup game here in Hamilton for his beloved Tiger Cats as a youngster. Mike Kiselak is the top offensive lineman in the Canadian Football League, and this line allowed just 18 sacks during the year to lead the Canadian Football League. There's Mazzotti, a 1,000-yard receiver once again, and James, no shortage of weapons here.
Well, you know, Doug Flutie has 5 receivers that caught over 60 balls during the regular season, and he's got to go to the airways once again.
2nd and 10 from the 35 of Toronto. Flutie in trouble, got it away, but it's incomplete. Malvin Hunter had his hands on the quarterback.
You know, we touched on it in the opening. Toronto did not allow a sack against Edmonton this year on their quarterback, but already Malvin Hunter, who was 2nd in the CFL in sacks, put the pressure on Doug Flutie.
Well, here comes Danny McManus, his first Grey Cup start, despite the fact he has 2 Grey Cup rings.
Well, Danny McManus had been a backup in Winnipeg and in BC, but he came off that memorable win in BC in '94 when Pasaglia kicked that last-second field goal.
Great track record on a snowy track. And from the 47, Eskimos first down. Hitch screen, they go to Eddie Brown. And Brown across the 50-yard line, and he's tossed out of bounds by Donald Smith at the 52, a 5-yard pickup for McManus. And we'll set the offense for you for the Eskimos. Rod Connup is their great veteran. 3 Grey Cup rings, and he was wearing them this week to try and inspire his teammates. And David, important to get Darren Flutie in the game early, but especially important, you played with Eddie Brown. He likes the ball early too.
Very important to get Eddie Brown in the game. It gets him in the flow, gets his mind on what's going on, and really focus. This is something Ronnie asks his son every day. He says, when are we getting Eddie Brown in the game plan? Already involved.
2nd and 5 for Edmonton. They go to the wide side of the field. There's Darren Flutie. So back-to-back completions for Danny McManus, and a 16-yard gain to the other Flutie. The Eskimos serenaded him on the bus ride home to Calgary, calling him the good Flutie. Here's the defense. They'll go up against Demetrius Maxey, outstanding in the Eastern Final, a couple of sacks. Great in the Grey Cup for Baltimore last year. Donnie Wilson has 3 Grey Cup rings. He's won Grey Cups for either of these two teams. And Ed Barry had a interception for a touchdown in the 91 Grey Cup for the Toronto Argonauts. Here's Eric Blunt trying to get outside. Johnny Harris was blocked out of the way. And it's down to the Argo 40 for Eric Blunt, a 1,000-yard runner, and a flag is down.
You know, one of the things that's going to create a problem for Toronto on this slippery turf is that they're a great pursuing team. And when you come with misdirection...
Objectionable conduct, Toronto number 50, first down.
And when you come with misdirection and you get that flow going the opposite direction and you come back against it, their footing is not going to be as good. Michael O'Shea draws the first major penalty of the game, playing back in Hamilton.
Don Matthews says penalties are a reflection of the coaches, and he won't like this one.
Well, he's not. You know, Michael O'Shea, you know, there's a lot of emotion with him coming back to Steeltown, and he took an extra shot on Mark Tobert.
native of North Bay, coming off his best game as an Argonaut in the Eastern Final against Montreal last Sunday. So Edmonton in business, first down from the Argo 30. Here's McManus with time, downfield, and Flutie went up to get it. Good coverage there by Donald Smith. Well, Sean Fleming was terrific in the 93 Grey Cup game, outstanding last week, 5 for 6 against Calgary, and he'll have to contend with the winds that are blowing across and into the face of Fleming. This from 37 yards out. And Fleming has missed it to the right. And it'll be brought out. This is Jimmy Cunningham. And Cunningham stopped at the 19-yard line.
And he's getting checked by the team's physician.
At the 19-yard line, Argos first down. There's a high shotgun snap. Flutie down on it, slides into the end zone. Is it a safety? Yes.
A big break earlier in the game for Edmonton. Robert Drummond trying to take the direct snap from Mike Kislak, and the ball was just too high, and he couldn't get his hands on it because he was looking for the hole at the line of scrimmage. Edmonton with 2 points early. Big moves, big momentum swing at this point.
This is certainly a situation that is found out perfectly for Ron Lancaster. He couldn't have asked for a better start. A bad snap here. Drummond doesn't handle it. The conditions generate a lot of this. We saw Mazzotti drop a pass that was right in his hands earlier in the ball game. Here a snap that probably would have been caught in good conditions isn't handled.
2nd and 10. And McManus looks for Jim Sandusky. I might as well call him the snowman because Sandusky is always at his best in these elements.
Danny McManus.
3rd Grey Cup for Jim Sandusky, 35 years of age, and he won the Grey Cup along with Don Matthews in '85 for BC. First down, here's Eric Blunt, and a hole off the left side, and Blunt up to the 53-yard line. 2nd and short, and they stuffed the run that time. And that's Demetrius Maxey, Oscar Giles there. And a big defensive stop by the front 4 of the Argos.
He has been moved back into that position for today's game with the loss of Andrew Stewart at tackle. And he is a dominant force. He played 9 games this year for Montreal before being picked up by Toronto.
He had won a Grey Cup in '66 as a player, in 1960 with Ottawa, and 3 years ago as a head coach, and now with his son as the offensive coordinator here. All facets, special teams, defense, as well as his great quarterbacking knowledge. First down, Edmonton with the football. McManus going up top for Eddie Brown. What a catch! Eddie Brown! Touchdown, Edmonton! Sean Fleming in to add the extra point, puts it through, and the Edmonton Eskimos have a 9-point lead here in the opening quarter of the 84th Grey Cup game. David Archer's old receiver, but you had a winning touchdown hookup in the World League Final.
Well, here it is, just bump and run coverage, and he runs the fade just like he did in '92 for me to win the World League Championship. Juggles the ball. Look at the great catch. I mean, Eddie Brown's tremendous concentration.
First down, Toronto. And Flutie goes wide side of the field and delivered the football high and incomplete. Dwayne Dimitrition, the University of Saskatchewan product, was the intended receiver. Flutie faces 2nd and 10 from the Argo 50. Here comes the rush, and Doug will take off. First time today. First down, Toronto, as Flutie uses that extra option he has, a 14-yard pickup. Here's that little shovel pass inside. They give it to Cunningham, and he found a crease and should have a first down as he slides inside the 35. Argos threatening for the first time today. This should be the final play of the first quarter from the 35. Flutie dumps it off. Here's Clements. Pinball Clements. And he's caught by Willie Pless, but not before he gets to the 15. And that is the opening 15 minutes of football in the 84th Grey Cup game. It was a big one for the Eskimos. Eddie Brown, the touchdown.
Good times with a twist.
That's 1st and 20 from the 25. And here's Derek McCready, and he got to Flutie. Vanderjagt said his high point of the year was a winning field goal against Edmonton. And this will be a high point too, as Vanderjagt makes no mistake. 3rd down, and Glenn Harper is in. Jimmy the Jet ready to take off at the other end as Donald Smith almost got to the punter. Cunningham from his 30, across the 35, and Jimmy Cunningham's doing it again. No flags, and Cunningham is going to score. Touchdown, Toronto.
The key to that play was bringing it right up the middle of the field. You talked about the little guys going straight and keeping that low center of gravity. Watch Donald Smith as he closes on Glenn Harper. Right in the corner of your screen, got a crushing blow, just laid out the Edmonton punter. Jimmy Cunningham was off to the races, and they had cleared a path for him, and he took it to the house.
Little snow angel in the end zone, and a touchdown converted. And the Toronto Argonauts have their first lead of the evening. The Jet. First down, Edmonton. Eric Blunt, and he is met by a swarm of Argonauts. Rob Waldrop in the middle of it. Danny McManus has outshone his counterpart, but finds himself down by a yard, or a point, as he delivers the high pass, incomplete. Donald Smith knocked the ball out of the grasp of Nick Mazzoli. Jet ready again. Harper kicks away from Cunningham this time. The Jet, so perhaps they're going to just kick away the rest of the afternoon. Here's Flutie, second time he's called his number, and Doug Flutie has the Argos back in Edmonton territory. Doesn't. McManus will not run very often. Flutie guns it over the middle. It's complete, and there he is again. Jimmy Cunningham has been a big story for Toronto in the first half.
And David, they've put him in at the slot, and that gives him a closer path between he and Doug Flutie. He doesn't have to look over those big defensive backs trying to find him out on the corner.
At the Edmonton 28. Over the middle it goes. Mazzotti with the catch, and Willie Pless wrestles him down. This is a 32-yard attempt for Vanderjagt. And he's got that one. So Mike Vanderjagt is 2 for 2 with family and friends looking on. Welcome back to Ivor Wynne. Chris Cuthbert with James Curry and David Archer. Nice of the guys downstairs in the heated truck to let us wear our coats for this. It looks like the Argo offense is heating up.
Well, they're starting to hit on all cylinders. Doug Flutie is just a marvelous quarterback, and operating in field conditions like this. He's averaged 33 points a game during his playoff career, so he knows how to play in inclement weather.
13-9 Toronto. 7:51 to go, first half. And after the Vanderjagt field goal, the Eskimos will scrimmage from their own 35.
1-5 on first down.
Eskimos 2 and out their last 2 possessions. McManus guns it downfield. Jim Sandusky, and he will score. How about that?
It's a situation where Sandusky just goes straight up the seam, probably a clearing pattern, but he was so clean that Danny tried to get the ball to him. The free safety did not play the ball. He played the receiver. The ball went right by the free safety. Sandusky, smart receiver, makes the play.
And Don Matthews talked a lot about his free safety, Lester Smith. Said he was a great run support free safety. But now we see what Danny McManus has checked him out in the back end to see can he support on the pass. That time he didn't get over in time. He knocked off the corner Smith. Sandusky kept running.
Don Matthews was the man who signed Jim Sandusky in Othello, Washington 11 years ago. It was a great idea until Sandusky caught that pass. And now a handoff to Drummond, and Robert Drummond has not been a major part of the Argo offense so far this afternoon. He was the dominant player the last 2 weeks, James.
Well, he had an outstanding game, if you recall, last week coming out of the backfield.
So from the 37, 2nd and 8. Flutie steps out of the pocket and just got it away. Mazzotti into the open field. Paul Mazzotti nailed at the Eskimo 45. But Doug Flutie got that away just in the nick of time as Willie Pless was converging.
Well, Mazzotti comes from the short side of the field and just drags across. We saw Mazzotti catch it earlier against the zone. This time he sees his quarterback get flushed out and is there to help him out. Pless is right there to make the play, but Mazzotti continues with his quarterback.
What happens is that those clear-out routes, what we talked about earlier, where the linebackers have dropped deep. Willie Pless was playing a spy technique, but Dixon and Hunter had dropped deep, and it allowed Mazzotti to clear underneath and pick up the first down, and you can see him limping after the play.
So Mazzotti is on the sidelines. First down Argos, 5:15 to go, first half. Flutie in trouble, down he goes. Derek McCready with his second sack of the game. Argos with 39 yards and team losses. Second down and 20. Flutie can't find anybody open. He'll look again. Downfield, and there's a strike to Mazzotti. Paul Mazzotti back off the bench, off the limp, and a big play for the Argos.
You think defensive backs cannot cover your receivers?
Mazzotti back down again, but 4 catches, 79 yards. Here's Flutie, rolling right. Has Jimmy Cunningham inside the 5. Cunningham drilled out of bounds, lost the football, but a 15-yard pickup, and the Argos knocking at the door. Looks like 2.5 to pay dirt. Drummond again, left side, touchdown, Robert Drummond.
It's no way of stopping him getting over that stretch, over that goal line for the touchdown.
Loves to play the power game, powered it in. Vanderjagt adds the extra point. The Toronto Argonauts are now back on top.
Total Quartz with age resistance technology. Improve protection against mechanical wear by up to 64% to keep your engine younger for longer. Turn your car engine into a tireless athlete. Total Quartz engine oil gives you the performance you need to achieve your goals, whether on the field or on the track. Total Quartz Lubricants, proud partner of the Canadian Football League.
And this is Gizmo Williams. Henry Williams with a crease, and now he'll get outside over midfield. Henry Williams, Vanderjagt trying to track him down, won't do it. Gizmo scores. Well, we saw the second-year man, Jimmy Cunningham. Now we see the greatest kick returner in football history. Henry Williams answers back.
Shades of the not to kick another field goal, but once again, Henry Williams, we talked about earlier, players taking it straight up the field, and those players with that low center of gravity and that short stride, Gizmo explodes.
91-yard kickoff return for Gizmo Williams. And it's the 4th lead change of the first half.
Well, once the Giz set up his blocks, all he does is get straight up the field, allows his people to get locked, and now Giz does what he does best, and that's with speed. Gets to the outside, and the kicker's not going to run him down.
David, as a quarterback, would you consider this being your best offensive weapon, sitting there watching your special teams back and forth up and down the field?
I'll tell you, this is beautiful.
2nd and 10 for Flutie. Calls his number, and now pitches it out. That went forward. Clements has a first down. So a forward pass from Flutie to Clements and a first down. 46 now of Edmonton. And Flutie fakes the inside toss, goes outside to Drummond. And Robert Drummond turns the corner, and he'll have another first down. First down, Toronto. And Flutie underneath to Clements, and he is tripped up immediately. 5-yard 4-yard pickup at 2nd and 6. Flutie steps up again and has room left side, first down, and knocked out of bounds. And 10 for Toronto with 1:31 to go. Direct snap, Drummond straight up the middle. And Robert Drummond
He fumbled
the football. Let's see. Eskimos say they've got the football. It looks like it's going to remain in the Argos' hands.
Well, I think he adds so much more of being able to run around.
2nd and goal. And Flutie's going to do just that, and he'll score. Touchdown, Doug Flutie.
It feels like when things begin to struggle, he'll take the load on his own shoulders and run with the ball himself. He says sometimes he takes too much of that load, but here obviously he benefited his ball club.
27-23.
50 points in the first half of the 84th Grey Cup, Chris. Who would have ever thought it?
Get the Eskimos within 1 through 1 half of play. Got plenty of distance, but misses. Cunningham now will lug it out, trip up around the 5-yard line, and that'll do it for the first half.
Hey guys, it's Brody Lawson from the Canadian Football League. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's game. If you like what you see, be sure to visit CFL.ca for more on the Canadian Football League. But while you're here, we also think there's a lot of stuff you'll enjoy. So like, subscribe, or follow. And make sure you guys are following at CFL on all social channels. But for now, enjoy the game.
They'll have the wind in the 4th quarter at their backs, but they do kick it off. And the Argos will have the ball. And it's picked up by Michael O'Shea, and the former Tiger Cat. Pretty good return by O'Shea, who has heard the cat calls of angry Tiger Cat fans, and you can hear the booing as they announce his name. A North Bay product who agonized over the decision to sign with the Argos. Let's see if Flutie can stay hot as he was in the 2nd quarter. First play of the 3rd quarter, and he pulls it down, and Doug Flutie scrambling again. Malcolm Frank got a piece of him as Flutie downed about a yard short of a first down, and he second less than a yard close to midfield. And big Drummond right side, and a lot more than the first down as he went across the 45. You saw Flutie go over to remind him. And the direct snap to Drummond again. And Robert Drummond has another first down. First down Argos. Another direct snap Drummond. And this time, the door is closed. Derek McCready, Malvin Hunter. Everybody out for Doug Flutie, and the rush is on. And Flutie across his body throws the strike.
Assured him it was his job to lose, and Trent Brown has held on to that free safety position for Edmonton and has had a tremendous season, one of the best hitting free safeties in the CFL.
First down, Argos marching. And a wide open receiver, and Cunningham dropped the ball. Incomplete, it ended up back in his hands, but it did hit the snow. Flutie calls his own number again, straight up the middle. He's near the 10. Vanderjagt is 3 for 3. And the Argos lead now is a converted touchdown. That's snowy Ivor Wynne. 30-23, Argonauts. So the Eskimos start at their own 35. And here's the give inside.
And Darren does such a great job of setting it down.
At the 49 of Edmonton, first down, McManus, another strike, and there is Darren Flutie into Argo territory. What were you saying, Dave?
Well, this time he gets a zone, and we always know that he's there. They're so concerned now with making sure they defend the field because he got Eddie Brown involved. He got Jim Sandusky involved in the first half. Now Darren reads the zone. This is an option route for him. He finds a little crease and gets in the hole.
And David, what has happened is you have two halfbacks playing on this side of the field now. Marcelo Simmons has come in for Donald Smith on the corner, who went out on that Jim Sandusky touchdown, and now you have two halfbacks playing out in the flat.
First down at the Argo 45. Again, well, the protection was good, but McManus nailed. Ball is whistled dead, but Danny McManus sacked for the first time today. Loss of 7, 2nd and 17. McManus over the middle, Eddie Brown. And Brown at the 35-yard line is close to a first down. And that should move the sticks.
Getting in the hole for him versus a zone coverage. 3-man rush. Watch Eddie float right in behind Donnie Wilson, and it couldn't have been a better.
Edmonton and Eric Blunt straight up the middle, and he's got 5 or 6 more. 2nd and 4. McManus looked right, now looks left. Over the middle he goes, and off the hands of Mark Tobert. He has had trouble with it so far today. And he's missed another. And away goes Jimmy Cunningham, and that side of the field opened up and then closed down on a big hit by Tony Burse. Boy, if Burse doesn't make that play, Cunningham's still running. So Sean Fleming is 0 for 3 in this 1996 Grey Cup game, and it's still the Argos by 7. Well, Scott, squandered points for Jimmy Cunningham, but remember, Sean Fleming now 0 for 3 on the day. Wonder if that Charlie horse is giving him problems. Here's Drummond taking that shovel pass, and Robert Drummond picks his way through a couple of tacklers out to the 35-yard line, and Drummond with the first down for Toronto. 2nd down and a couple for the Argos, and they go to the fullback. Drummond stood up and nailed. No gain on the play. At Ivor Wynne Stadium in Hamilton, the Toronto Argonauts have a 7-point lead on the Edmonton Eskimos. This to become a power game. That's when he would be at his best. Now he takes the swing pass out of the backfield, and Drummond down near the Edmonton 35. Kavis Reed out on the corner with the tackle. 114 all-purpose yards for Robert Drummond so far. 2nd and 4, and it's Flutie turning the corner and getting the first down. Flutie 68 yards rushing. Now looks over the middle. Oh, almost a great catch by Cunningham. Flutie calls his own number. Once again, Doug Flutie taking a pounding. 28-yard field goal attempt. It is 3rd and 3, so Vanderjagt's number is called. And Mike Vanderjagt, the kid from Oakville, is having himself an evening in the Grey Cup game. Vanderjagt has given the Argos a 33-23 lead with 11:54 to play in the 4th quarter at Ivor Wynne. He admitted he took some ribbing from his Canadian teammates after the Olympic results. Here's Mark Tobert on that end around for the Eskimos, and he's taken down near the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 as Demetrius Maxey. 2nd and 5. McManus over the middle, and looks like it's going to be ruled a catch by the sure-handed Darren Flutie. It's a first down Edmonton at the Eskimo 46. McManus, Blunt, nailed immediately. Great defensive play there by Ken Benson, the quiet man amongst the linebackers for the Toronto Argonauts. McManus, good protection. Eddie Brown, crossing pattern, first down, as Eddie Brown makes his presence felt again in this 2nd half. It's at the Argo 48 after that 16-yard pickup, and McManus going to Brown again, and he's at the 25-yard line. 8:20 to go. First down Edmonton, goes wide side, Tobert has the catch and another first down. Here comes the heat. McManus over the middle. I don't think Tony Burse expected the football. Down he goes at the 5. 2nd and goal from the 5. Blunt takes the pitch. Eric Blunt near the goal line, touchdown!
Eric Blunt takes the toss, gets great blocking there. You see Lachey getting washed by the play, and then Eric, with his ability to run, stays low center of gravity and plays off the block, or plays off the hit to score.
That is the search series. That is a staple play in every CFL offensive arsenal, but Eric Blunt runs it so well. He reads the block of the offensive lineman, but the surge up front to get him in for 6.
Fleming adds the extra point. It's a 3-point game again with 6:57 to play in the fourth quarter. What a drive by the Eskimos. Argos with the ball and a 3-point lead. 4:37 to go. The shovel toss inside. JP Izquierdo taken down, and a flag as well, and it looks like a face mask call is going against the Eskimos.
Willie Pless is going to be called for a face mask.
Major foul, face mask, Edmonton number 39, first down.
But that was not a face mask on the play. Willie Pless grabbed the back and the side of the helmet. That you should not get a flag. You'll get a look right here as Pless comes around. He has the back of Izquierdo's helmet. That is not a face mask because as he turned, he let it go. He got flagged for it though.
JP Izquierdo into the game in place of Drummond. Won a Grey Cup with Edmonton in '93 and with the Argos in '91. And with that penalty of 15 yards, it's now down to the Edmonton 48. Flutie pulled it back and now goes outside, and it's Izquierdo. JP Izquierdo with another big first down. First down Toronto, and a 3-point lead. Flutie on the run again and slides feet first. Gain of 8 for Flutie, who has 90 yards rushing on the day. 2nd and 2. There's Drummond, and off the left side, he's the only guy on the team that year that they don't have the first initial. It's just Darch.
Everyone knew what it meant.
3rd and less than a yard. Flutie will keep. Not much there. Ball popped loose.
I don't know if he got it, Chris. This is all going to depend on the spot. But you talk about a defensive surge. The Edmonton Eskimos came across that line of scrimmage with authority and really reestablished the line of scrimmage. This is going to be also important on the measurement.
And Ronnie Lancaster out on the field, incensed.
I think this play was blown dead way too soon. Flutie dives in and he's laying on top of bodies, and all of a sudden the ball's jarred loose, and I think Ron's got a complaint.
I'm curious about the spot too, because there was really no movement.
Well, I tell you, that Edmonton defensive unit did a great job of coming across the ball, and if he gets the first down, it's from the generosity of the spot.
Wow.
You know, he may never have had control of the football. This would be a great shot if we can get a replay of it, because Doug Flutie lost that ball. As David said, they blew the whistle too soon on the play, and Ronnie Lancaster is incensed.
Well, you know it's a bad call because you never see Ron Lancaster reacting like that. First down, though. Argos continue the march. Following Vic Stevenson, Flutie is nailed at the 20-yard line, and maybe a couple on the play.
And we get a replay of it here. Watch as Doug Flutie never really has possession of the football. The ball is out clearly at the snap. The officials blow the ball dead on the play, and Doug Flutie never gained possession. That should be an Edmonton Eskimo football.
This appears to be from 27 yards out. And Vanderjagt has made another 5 on the day for Mike Vanderjagt. And Don Matthews and the Argos have a 6-point lead. But let's go back a little further.
It's to protect the quarterback, so he should clearly see the quarterback when the ball comes out on the snap that he never had possession of it.
Now they have to refocus, though. The ball just nudging the Edmonton 40, a minute 33 to go. And Danny McManus, who was perfect on the last drive, 6 for 6, goes to work, delivering, picked off. Adrian Smith is going to score. Touchdown, Argonauts! Well, we talked about interceptions, and isn't it ironic, after playing near perfect football, an interception would come back to haunt Danny McManus again.
Well, I had mentioned right as the fourth quarter began, we talked about how cleanly the game had been played. There'd been no turnovers, even in the weather condition. But I thought that a turnover was going to deter.
Adrian Smith had a touchdown on an interception here Labor Day. He's a former Tiger Cat. And once again, he has come up with a big pick, and it's about a minute 22 away from the Argos claiming the ultimate prize in Canadian football.
I'll tell you, this is the beauty of the Canadian Football League now. They're down. Here's Danny McManus is going to throw just a curl route in the zone. The ball bounces right off Darren's chest as he's trying to slide on his back to make the catch, and Adrian Smith scores. But the beauty of the Canadian Football League is you're never out of it.
Danny McManus with well over 300 yards passing.
McManus outlets to Blunt, and Blunt upended by Donnie Wilson. Well, it's all down to this for Edmonton. 3rd and 5, and McManus will keep it alive. Darren Flutie the catch. He's down at the Argo 45-yard line. Tony Burse didn't surprise the Argos with that call. Arch rivals. Here's McManus on 2nd down. Over the middle, Tolbert makes the catch at the 6-yard line. 21 seconds left. 2nd down. McManus into the end zone. Tolbert, touchdown! So it's not done yet. 9 seconds left. Sean Fleming adds the extra point. 43-37, and there's Doug Flutie's wife, anxious now because she knows there'll be a short kickoff before this is over. Let's see if they can execute the short kick as the Esks stack this side of the field. It's up for grabs. On the turf, Argos have it, and a flag down. This was a 4-14 team last year, 15-3. Double blue and Grey Cup champions in 1996. Doug Flutie and the Toronto Argonauts.
What an outstanding effort by the league's MVP and the double blue to bring the Grey Cup back to Toronto once again in 1996. You have to take your hats off to them. You spoke about the 15-3 regular season record to waltz through the playoffs. 43 points last week versus Montreal, 43 points tonight versus Edmonton.
Guys just played their heart out, and the big plays, I don't know, look at the score, 43-37. When was the last Super Bowl like that?
Thanks, Larry. I want to pass along our congratulations to the Edmonton Eskimos for a hard-fought battle and for all the fans who came out tonight to see another great Grey Cup game. I'd also like to thank our fans who have stuck by us through some lean years. And
here's the cup!
The cup, Ivor! The cup!
Now they're the best team in all the land, and about that there is absolutely no dispute. It quickly became clear the Argos would be the team to beat this season, and in the end, no one could. We'll return to Ivor Wynne.